14 years old, you knew you were going
You
to.
have to be the champion before you become the champion. So that means lifestyle. You have to be him before you become him. You gotta be him before you become him.
You don't have discipline, I don't care how skillful you are, you're nothing. Nothing.
But everybody don't get up every morning and run. Everybody don't go to the gym every morning. And everybody don't have enough discipline to wait in the locker room for 2 hours or 3 hours, then go in the ring and do what they've been taught all those years in the gym. And so that's what separates a champion from a mediocre fighter.
Serious trouble, and down he goes.
Inside, I'm totally in control of the situation. Ring, it's just a certain amount of moderation as far as discipline is concerned.
My whole success is from belief, something I can feel, but not actually see.
Talent? I don't believe in talent. Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need. And you have to have the will to win.
My definition of greatness, someone or something that can do the most difficult thing in the world with the most simple of ease. I think that's greatness.
But my time, I thought I seen it all. I thought I've been everywhere. I think everybody drink, everybody smoked, I did it all. And I realized I'm really not that. I'm black.
You're in control in the ring. You're something that you're prepared for. You're training months and months for, and then you go in there, and then it's like a diagram. Everything's written out, and everything's planned to do. Outside is just the unexpected, so constantly. You know what I mean? Working around, and you just know what's going to happen day by day. That's like you count the Lord for your blessings because you're really not promised tomorrow, and anything can happen.
You have to be the champ before you be the champ. You understand? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it really? Because it sounds like you have to be him before you can be him. You can't just pop this by training and doing push-ups and knocking people out. I'm the champ. No, you have to be the actual champ. Your conduct, your lifestyle have to be the champ before you actually wear the belt.
Why do you think you wanted respect was the thing you wanted the most from people?
Because they bullied me all the time. Everybody picked on me.
Why do you think they picked on you?
I don't know, because I had nobody to protect me. Why do I think I'm here? To understand the world before I die. To be lucky to understand it and be conscious of it before I die. Life prepares you for everything. When life is enduring with you, when you're enduring with life and you're making the age limits going to your 50s, your 60s, your 80s, and you're making it up there, you're prepared. All your friends are no longer around. Most of your family members are not around. What am I doing here? Then we go.
So Boxing, you're coming up. You're coming up at 14. You know you're going to be a champion. During that time, whatever's Cus telling you, you're doing it. You're not questioning it. You're fully coachable to him. You're committed to him. You believe he can help you become a champion.
Yeah.
What is your training?
But during that process, I'm losing too. I'm getting beat. I'm getting knocked out. I'm never getting discouraged though. I'm doing everything. And first thing in the morning, 3 in the morning, you do your 4 miles, come back in.
3 in the morning.
Yeah. Do your 4 miles, come back in, do your body exercise, all that stuff. Get in the hot tub, go to bed. I might watch some fight films. I watch a lot of fight films. That's why I'm very acute with most of the fights.
Oh, yeah.
So after that, I go after to eat breakfast, go to the school.
As you can tell, I was not created by GoDaddy Arrow. It uses AI.
Go to the school, come back from school, eat my food, then I go back to the gym at 6 o'clock, train, come back at 8 o'clock, watch fights, start all over again.
I just believe in me. And I'm going to overcome all my adversities. I'm not going to, it's like this. The truth set you free, but it's going to make you miserable first. And so I realized life is all about, in here, it's all about your belief system.
I love that.
Listen, 1 minute you could say, I'm a nobody. Listen, I'm living in an abandoned building with my family, and next day I'm Mike Tyson.
What does it take to be a true champion, to be the best in the world? Is something you lived it for a long time. What does the mindset have to be like if someone wants to be the best at what they do?
It's just dedicating and sacrificing your life to being a particular way you want to be. Like you want to conduct it. Say you want to be like Tony Robbins. You get all the information you can about Tony Robbins, and you conduct it. This is how I want to live my life. This is almost like this is your manuscript.
Yeah.
You know what I
Your
mean?
blueprint. Yeah.
Yes, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna live like Tony. I'm not gonna be Tony Robbins, but I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna conduct myself like Tony Robbins.
Yeah. Yeah. So you gotta live it. You gotta breathe it.
Yeah, and you have to be that before you actually become the person.
Interesting.
You're not gonna become the person overnight. Like, you think you're prepared to be Tony Robbins right now, right now? Tomorrow you're Tony Robbins. You didn't know. It's gonna take time, so I'm gonna become this guy. You know, I'm gonna be this guy before, because you're not ready. But when the time comes, you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be Tony Robbins. This is my life. I'm accustomed to this. Of course, I got this role. Of course, I got this job. Of course, I got this rate. I'm prepared for it. You wouldn't even be surprised.
Most people in boxing say the only thing that can beat Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson himself. That remains to be seen.
Listen, the results speak for itself. I don't have to say anything.
Nobody want to deal with crazy. Got trembling bones. Then everybody fear me. I'm the king of the barbarians. Mike's pacing the ring and his shirt off. These big men were scared stiff. I'm not afraid of nobody. I show the real world champion is the best fighter in the era.
Y'all guys know what I do. Y'all know what I do. I put people in body bags, so we know what's gonna happen. I knew already broke his spirit.
You still want to fuck with me? I'm not scared of these guys.
Is that thinking? I mean, they think that. I think that they're scared. Oh, well, if they're scared, that's all enough. I'm bringing the pain to them.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Good morning. Hopefully y'all are feeling amazing. Top of the morning. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into the call because I'm not, we're not going to wait any longer. Welcome to the call. Thank y'all for being here. Today's call is not going to be long at all. Okay. Just wanted to go over a couple of things. Just wanted to go over a couple of things that was on my mind and also that are happening within the space. It ain't that much news and developments. Some of the stuff you all are probably already heard because it's pretty mainstream things, but still want to make sure, just wanted to make sure that we are all, on the same page, kind of know what's going on, and up to date on whatever news we can be updated on. With that being said, let's just go ahead and dive straight into it. All right. So, 1 second. So the first things first is, I'm going to play this video again because there might have been somebody who missed it, you know what I mean, on the last episode. So I want to play this video before we even jump into it because some big news just came into effect with the SEC versus the Ripple lawsuit. So Judge Torres did send some information out, but before we actually take a look at what she said or what motion she put forward, I want you all to watch this 4-minute video, especially if you are new to XRP. This video right here will help you to be able to understand a little bit more.
I think there will be a day when you won't be able to get XRP. And that is when it is game over. Many of you haven't been here over the long term. These deep state attorneys, they're all in the same group. They're all there to defend what the SEC is doing. They know that they're having these backroom meetings just like they had in Eastgate. That's what they're trying to do is through regulatory capture to rig the system so that all of them can stay in power and keep their revolving door in the same bullcrap that has destroyed this country. That's what it's about. That's how they all play the game. And that's why they come after people like us. There's something happening in crypto with Trump taking over. There's something happening that is being missed. And it's forming right before your eyes if you're looking out for it. Let me explain to you why I've been here since 2013. It's all about liquidity. As when the time comes and when everything finally gets turned on, that the utility of these things is flowing through them. At some point, the majority of the speculators will figure out this thing's slowly rising. And now, why would we be on the selling side of a slow rising asset price? Not just going to slow rise, but it's going to rocket. And I think we're going to get to see some crazy stuff into the future. I'm here as a long-term investor in the Internet of Value and what I think is going to change my family's lives over a long period of time. I think I'm right. I think I'm 1,000% right. And this is what I believe right here. Once you realize the liquidity is making XRP a slow rising bathtub of water, at some point, the only sellers you're going to have are going to be people who, well, this is more money than I'll ever have in my life, and so I'm going to just sell now. But the people that truly recognize what XRP is are going to realize that this is going to be a slowly rising bathtub of water due to its utility, and the sky's the limit. What a long, strange trip it has been. I think this is a game changer.
Today, moving money between networks, you can't send money from PayPal to Venmo, cross-border international payments. The friction is high, the cost is high. Ripple aspires to really enable that internet of value to let value move seamlessly across borders. We will see that future by leveraging technologies like crypto. And I'm very optimistic about the future of it. Because eventually we'll get regulatory clarity here in the United States, the largest economy in the world. And Trump will usher in a new era of crypto-friendly policies and legislation during his first 100 days. What's that mean to you?
Wow. So that's a great question, right? What does that mean to you? Donald Trump will issue in his first 100 days. How many days have we been, how many days so far are we in the year, right? I don't even know. I'm gonna ask, how many days are we in the year, right? I mean, I definitely know we're a little bit over 100 days, right? That's for sure, right? But let's take a look, right? It's June 26th. So there's 188 days left in this year, meaning we're on the 177th day. Y'all, we got 188 days left in this space. 188 days left in this year. I remember this time. I remember this feeling. I remember, it's different this time, right? The feeling is different this time because we've experienced it before. But I remember feeling this the first time. I remember feeling this sense of excitement. I remember feeling this sense of curiosity. I remember feeling this sense of just pure gratitude, right? If y'all don't know what's about to happen in the next 188 days, just stick around and find out. And whether you have your money inside of crypto or people that do, and you want to, you just want to be there to support them. Whatever your situation is, listen, just be around for the movie because it is about to be televised. Good morning. Welcome to episode number 180. Where we at? I don't even know no more. 181. I think we got as many episodes. We've done as many episodes as the year that's left, right? Yeah, 281. How'd I say 100? 281. I don't even know. Look, I don't even know. Be remembering what episode we're on no more, y'all. So welcome to episode number 281. We are 19 episodes away now. 18 episodes after the day from 300 episodes, y'all. really, really excited, super grateful. And I still see some of the same faces that showing up that were on our very first episode, the very first time we even did this call, before it was even a podcast. There's still some faces around almost 300 episodes later. And you know, that's exciting. You know, that's a really exciting thing. Yo, let me know real quick where y'all tuning in from. I would love to know where y'all tuning in from on YouTube. You know, I would love to see where our YouTube community is locked in at. So if you're on YouTube, feel free to let us know. Also here on Zoom, you know, if you can let us know what city and state you're located in, really important to me, to take a look, you know, really important to me to take a look and know where people are located, because once we start to actually go to different locations and start traveling, you know, I want to make sure that we're able to touch base with you all. So I know Atlanta is a huge, you know, hub, especially for our show. There's a lot of people from the Atlanta area. So I'm thinking, you know, the first ATL meetup is inevitable. You know what I mean? It definitely is inevitable. Shout out to Fort Worth, Texas in the building. Shout out to Cincinnati, Ohio in the building. Shout out to the ATL in the building. Shout out to Port Charlotte, Florida in the building. Shout out to Chi-Town, Chirac in the building. Chi-Town is in the building. All right. Shout out to everybody who, you know, from all over. I mean, we got more viewers. Some of y'all, you know, some of y'all aren't confident enough yet to just type stuff in the chat. I understand. Some of y'all a little afraid to type something in the chat, you know, and that's okay. We got Houston in the building. All right. Houston in the building. Shout out to Houston. All right. But, yeah, so that right there alone, you know, ATL again. So I already know our ATL family is pretty deep. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and jump into today's content. Again, I don't have that much stuff to share today in reality, but there are some ideas and some concepts right now that we can go over specifically within charting. Shout out to Oregon in the building. Shout out to Oregon in the building. We got Oregon in the building. Yo, we got people from all over, man. This is crazy. You know what I mean? It's dope. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our current, you know, price points for crypto, I guess, if you want to call it that, right? But current price for crypto. Our market cap is sitting at a $3.24 trillion market cap at this very moment. We're at a neutral sentiment. Okay, so we're back in that neutral area. Neutral's good because it just is the buyers and the sellers are, you know, they're playing tug of war right now. That's really what's happening, right? Buyers and sellers are playing tug of war, you know, and if we take a look at the charts, we'll for surely be able to take a look at that. But looking at our top 10 crypto assets right now, as you can see over the last 7 days, we have more red across the market over the last 7 days than we have green. So overall, ultimately, if you're looking at this market on a 7-day scale, specifically for sentiment, I would say that, you know, there's been a lot more selling orders over the last week. So this is still, you know, even though the last 24 hours may not be the best, right, on some of these assets, but overall, it is still a good time on the last week to get in. So week by week, if you're dollar cost averaging week by week into this market, then, you know, obviously this could be a good week to dollar cost average into. Now, before we get into these assets that we're going to talk about today, I do want to make sure that we put our disclaimer out there and let you all know that Coffee and Crypto podcast, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. So please make sure that if you hear any investment, asset that you can put your hard-earned money into, make sure that you all consult with some type of licensed advisor, financial advisor. We are not financial advisors here, but here at Coffee and Crypto yet, right? We are working on some of those things. However, we are very experienced in this space. And so we like to call ourselves blockchain strategists. So if you're looking for a community that you can plug into, specifically for the people that are tuning in on YouTube, if you're not in our community, if you're not in our Discord group, you want to make sure you go ahead and get into the Discord group. Don't be an outsider, don't be an outcast. Get into the Discord group. We're doing a 3-day free promotion. So you can at least come in, check us out for 3 days and see if it's worth it, right? We now have 2 different options for you all to come into here. We have our basic tier, which is going to be $19.97 every single month, which is extremely low. This is going to get you everything that our group offers. The only thing you don't get in the $19.97 that you will get in our next tier up, which is $49.97 a month, that one will come with trading. So also, okay, I want to make an announcement. If you did the lifetime membership, you do not get trading. That does not come with it anymore. Okay. If you did the lifetime membership, I've already added you into the $19.97 a month group. You will not have to pay for it. You are lifetime. Again, you guys are grandfathered in. But if you do want the trading and you know that you paid one time and you want the trading, you want to go ahead and figure out how you can upgrade your account to our higher tier program. So if you're just, if you're just interested in crypto knowledge, cool. Some more announcements I want to make before we dive into this information. Okay, this is for our Discord members. Okay, we have multiple calls a week. Okay, make sure you all are showing up to our Monday Sip and Learns. I just talked to Sana and John about this yesterday. We had a meeting. We were talking about you all and trying to figure out, how to be of even greater service than what we've been. I think that a lot of you all are trying to set up meetings and do things like that. Listen, before you come and set up a meeting, because meetings are not free inside of our Discord group. If you are taking more than 15 minutes to talk to our strategist, it will be a fee. Because that is an hour consultation, okay? But if you have questions, come and show up to the Monday call, because these calls are for the community. They're free. You're already paying for them, or you already paid for them inside of the Discord group. So utilize these calls. Our call on Monday is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have another call on Saturdays that we want to influence and inspire people. So if if you're part of our group and you have other talents, like you understand life insurance, or you understand taxes, credits, real estate, whatever that may be, and you want to share your talents with our community, please sign up for our Saturday Mocha Money Circle. And this is where we get together and we talk about different ways to get to a bag. So just wanted to let you all know that we do have multiple calls each and every single week. So if you're in our Discord group, please, please, please make sure you are plugged in. Now, today's call is entitled, Wave 3 for Crypto is here. This bull run will be epic. So what I want to do off the dribble is I want to go ahead and I want to show y'all what wave 3 of Elliott wave theory. Okay, I want to show you all what that looks like. Okay, y'all should know what wave 3 of the Elliott wave theory actually looks like, right? So let's go ahead and let's see if we can pull it up. I'm not interested. Okay, let's see if we can pull it up and take a look. Okay, so the Elliott wave typically moves in about 5 waves, right? It's a 5-wave pattern, okay? And so this is how it moves, right? Wave 1, you start to go up a little bit, right? You start to get some type of move up in the market. Wave 2, you get a pullback. Wave 3, you get a even larger push, right? In wave 3. Wave 4 is your final push down, right? And then wave 5 is your final push up before we start to correct and move all the way back down, potentially where we first started, right? Or maybe somewhere up in here, okay? Depending on how far that correction is. Now, we've seen different levels of corrections in cryptocurrency, okay? Now, you need to understand that this wave pattern is extremely imperative, extremely important in forecasting where we are right now in the digital asset and cryptocurrency space. So we're going to go over to Bitcoin and we're going to pull it up. We're going to pull up Bitcoin on the weekly chart real quick, okay? And we're going to start talking about our Elliott wave. And I wanted to start, I'm going to put a white line right here, okay? Right here, I'm going to put a white line. And this is where we're going to start, okay? And so we're going to start somewhere in this area. And so if we go back and we take a look, what did Elliott wave do first? It went up and then it pulled back, right? So let's see if we can go ahead and follow. Let's see if we can go ahead and follow that right there. So we went up, right? And then what did we do? We pulled back. So that was the first move. Up, back. Wave one. Wave one was here. Wave two was here, right? Or you can look at it as even all of this could be wave one, right? And then wave two could be this pullback here. So it could be looked at as any way we want to, right? Oh shoot, hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. My bad. Let me redo that. So the wave, actually, we have to start properly, okay? So we had our consolidation move sideways throughout, from March 2024 all the way until about September, October of 2024. Y'all see how the market kind of just moved sideways, right? For that amount of time, right? Because we are on the weekly chart. Okay, now, once election time happened, y'all remember, we shot up. So let's just talk about it. So this technically would be the first part of the wave because the first part of wave one, okay, in Elliott wave, and we need to go figure out what that means, right? So the first part of the Elliott wave, this is too much. Let me go back real quick, and we're going to look at it through a more simpler lens. Hold on 1 second. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Oh, no wonder. It's just talking about wave three. But I want to talk about Elliott waves altogether. Let's just talk about Elliott wave theory altogether. I think that would be a little bit easier for us. Okay, so what are the 5 waves? Okay, so I'm just looking so I can actually, okay. I'm trying to find it where it actually explains it to us simple and I can just read it. My apologies, y'all. I didn't even plan to show the Elliott wave. It just kind of something that popped into my mind. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay, so these waves move in the direction of the main trend and consist of 5 subwaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Corrective waves, these waves move against the main trend and consist of 3 subwaves, A, B, and C. Okay. So wave one, this is what we're looking for. So rule 1, wave 3 cannot be the shortest of the 3 impulsive waves. Wave 2 cannot retrace. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like something that can explain it. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's Investopedia. Maybe we can find it better through here. Okay, here it is. This is better. So my bad on that. So here we go, y'all. So wave 1, okay? Wave 1, okay, is the wave that moves up. Wave 2 can't retrace more than the beginning of wave 1. So in order for you to start this, your pullback wave cannot pull back the complete length of wave 1. So let's go look at Bitcoin real quick and let's see what happens. So if this was wave 1 right here, and this is wave 2, is it safe to say that wave 2 did not, supersede the entire length of wave 1? I think the answer is yes. So I think that we have a good wave 1 and wave 2 that we found. Now, wave 3, right, cannot be the shortest wave of the 3 impulsive waves, 1, 3, and 5, meaning wave 3 has to be the most volatile wave, right? It has to be the most volatile wave. So if we take a look at where we're at right now, okay, if y'all look, okay, we're right here, okay? We are now in wave 3. We've been in wave 3, right? The bottom of wave 2 was at a 76,000 Bitcoin when y'all remember when that bad boy pulled back down underneath $80,000 and everybody was panicking. Michael's strategy, messed up a lot of investors and things like that, right? So this was our low for crypto. Ever since then, y'all, if y'all look at the weekly chart, we've kind of been on the way up. However, we're now, in the middle of our wave 3 because it cannot be, by definition, it cannot be the shortest of any of the impulsive waves, right? So we know that we're probably about halfway through this move because we've already moved to this last high right here. Now we're starting to just continue up. I believe we're on a full moon mission from this moment forward, right? So if we go back in the past, we can also take a look at what we're talking about here, right? We can also take a look at what we're talking about here, okay? Because look at this right here. We had, sorry, hold on. Okay. 2020, November, October, this was what? This was our what time, y'all? November, October, this was our election time, right? And then it moved all the way up here. And then what happened, y'all? It pulled back. This is wave 2. Wave 1, wave 2, right? Wave 3, right? Okay, but guess what, y'all? Wave 4, but we never had a wave 5, right? We never had a wave 5 because wave 5 is supposed to go higher than even wave 3. So we got during that time, 2021, we never had a real altcoin season bull run. Okay, I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. We never had a real altcoin season bull run back then because wave 3 was supposed to be what? If this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is wave 3. Wave 3 is supposed to be more explosive than wave 1, but we never experienced that more explosive wave 3. Vincent, what are you talking about? Well, I'm glad you asked. Pay attention. Let's move back. Let's move back here. Let's move back here to the 2016. I think the last election was like 2016, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay, pay attention. Okay, look at this. This was a better type of Elliott wave, right? This was a better Elliott wave, right? We saw, if we go to November of 2016, this was the election time. We saw the markets move up with the first wave. Then what did we see, y'all? After we saw the market move up with the first wave, we saw the market pull back for wave 2. We saw wave 3 somewhere up in here, right? Then we had some level of a pullback, wave 4. And then we had an even more extended, wave as well here on the 5th wave before we pulled all the way back down to here, right? Before we moved all the way up to here, right? So I ain't gonna lie, right? I think that because we didn't experience the 2017 type of waves in 2021, I believe we are setting up right now to experience those 2017 wave 3 and wave 5 impulsive wave. And right now we are in the wave 3, which by definition is the most aggressive of all of the waves. And the reason why I wanted to start off with this information first, for us to be able to look at the chart and be able to see exactly where we are. The reason why I thought that this was extremely important is because in the last bull run, we didn't get regulatory clarity for our utility assets to actually move up in price to the points of where they truly deserve, right? That means that they were held back, right? And if you think about a pipe, if you hold water in a pipe for too long and that water doesn't have other areas of the pipe to go to flow to, eventually what's going to happen to that pipe is going to burst. And anybody and anything standing in its way gonna get hit all up inside the head. Water water might move you depending on how much water it is. You might get injured, right? So if you think about it, the way that these assets have been suppressed, just like water in a pipe, when this thing bursts, we're going to see numbers that are about to skyrocket beyond what we can understand. Okay, June 23rd, we went over this the last time. Okay, we talked about how the Federal Reserve announced that they removed reputational risk. This set the playing field for all banks, institutions, large players to not just deal with crypto and invest in crypto, but to actually talk about these industries and actually come out and say, hey, we are proudly, this is the proud moment. You know how they say, we proudly stand behind this company? You know, like companies like to say, boom, our name, proudly standing with this company, right? This is the proudly standing moment behind digital asset legislation, and digital asset adoption. Okay, adoption. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at one of the biggest news things out right now. Shout out to Eleanor Charette. Judge Torres has denied Ripple and the SEC joint motion for an indicative ruling. Okay, so the plaintiff, the SEC, and the defendant Ripple asked the court to state that it would dissolve the court's permanent injunction order, ordering Ripple to obey the law and cut the monetary penalty imposed against Ripple by more than half. The request is denied. Okay, so as of right now, we are still cooking inside of this case. Now, just going into the comments section just to see what some of the people had to say. Here goes somebody asked Grok if they had to guess when the lawsuit would end. Let's see what Grok had to say. It's tough to pin down the exact date. A settlement was reached in March of 2025 with Ripple agreeing to a $50 million fine, and the SEC dropped its appeal. This suggests the main legal battle is over. However, a court document from June 26, which is today, shows Judge Torres denied a joint motion for an indicative ruling, indicating some procedural steps like court approval are still pending. Given this, the lawsuit could wrap up in weeks or a few months, but delays are possible if further issues arise. The complexity of legal processes makes a precise timeline uncertain. Okay, so let's see what some of the heavy hitters behind crypto had to say. Y'all know we'll go over to Stuart Alderati, who's the chief legal officer, head of the legal department. What did he have to say? Well, he said, with this, the ball is back in our court. The court gave us two options: dismiss our appeal challenging the finding on historical institutional sales, or press forward with the appeal. Stay tuned. Either way, XRP's legal status as not a security remains unchanged. In the meantime, it's business as usual. That comes from the head of the chief legal officer. Okay, that comes from the head of the chief legal officer. And I was about to pull up a tweet, but it's crazy. But right underneath this tweet, he tweeted about what we're about to talk about moving forward. Because remember, y'all, right now they are buying time. Ripple's already set up in the ecosystem, y'all. Ripple is already set up to win at a very high level. So I don't think that we have to question whether we're going to win. I don't think we have to question whether this space is going to go up or not, right? Or if prices are going to go up or not. Because one thing that's different about now and then is this, y'all. And realize this: in order for us to have gotten trillions of dollars into our ecosystem before, what did we have to do? We had to fire up the money printers, and we had to start printing money in order for there to be another $1 trillion. Okay, well, understand something. In order for there to be trillions of dollars that are implemented onto the XRP ledger, it's not going to actually be where you have to actually, y'all already know, we don't got to print out money. So if you really think about it, everything is pressing a button. So when they say flip the switch, it's not an actual light switch. It's a button that they're going to press. And when they press enter, or they press return if they're using Mac, but if they press enter and once they send the request in to those smart contracts to get the rolling for the engine to get going, guess what? It's going to be an automatic process. When you press enter, because XRP takes 2 to 3 seconds to send, do y'all understand that within 2 to 3 seconds, trillions to quadrillions of dollars will be pushed onto these ledger ecosystems? It is not going to take weeks, months, and days. It's going to be a press of a button moment. This is all we're waiting on, is for them to all decide to press the button. Now, Stuart Alderati also commented on something that I was about to talk about. He says, good news for the 55 million Americans who own crypto. Okay, now let's go over to this guy, Pooty. Pooty is the U.S. Director of the Federal Housing, which is the FHFA. Okay, he said, after significant studying, even he did his research, and in keeping with President Trump's vision to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, today I ordered the great Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to prepare their businesses to count cryptocurrency as an asset for a mortgage. So ordered. So here is the order. Okay. Order issuing directive to consider cryptocurrency as an asset for single family loans. So you're not going to have to sell your crypto. All you have to do is be able to prove that you own it. So check this out. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac maintain enterprises, right? Enterprises, that was the main word, maintains a pivotal role in the U.S. housing finance system by providing stability and liquidity to the secondary market for residential mortgages through prudent standards to help ensure sustainable long-term home ownership. Cryptocurrency is an emerging asset class that may offer an opportunity to build wealth outside of the stock and bond markets. Okay, so check this out. U.S. Federal Housing, FHA, has now determined that the consideration of additional borrower assets, right, in the I skipped something, sorry. Cryptocurrency has not typically been considered in the mortgage risk assessment process for mortgage loans delivered to the enterprises without converting the cryptocurrency to US dollars prior to loan closing. The U.S. Federal Housing, FHFA, has now determined that the consideration of additional borrower assets in the enterprise's single-family mortgage loan risk assessment may enable the enterprises to assess the full spectrum of asset information available for reserves, okay, for reserves, and to facilitate sustainable home ownership to credit-worthy borrowers. Therefore, the U.S. FHFA, as a conservator, hereby directs each enterprise to prepare a proposal for consideration of cryptocurrency as an asset for reserves in their respective single-family mortgage loan risk assessments without conversion of said cryptocurrencies to US dollars. Let's freaking go. Let's go. You know what I mean? This is what we needed to see right here. And with technologies like Proppy and some of these other, and Red Swan and a lot of other real estate tokenization models out there, this just opened up the floodgates. And with that being said, I got a video to play for y'all from CNBC.
Of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, he just posted on X, after significant studying and in keeping with President Trump's vision to make the United States the crypto capital of the world, today I ordered the great Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to prepare their businesses to count cryptocurrency as an asset for a mortgage. Interesting, in the note, he then has a release from the FHFA, whereas cryptocurrency is an emerging asset class that may offer an opportunity to build wealth outside of the stock market and bond markets. Cryptocurrency has not typically been considered in the mortgage risk assessment process for the mortgage from mortgage loans delivered to the enterprises without converting that cryptocurrency into dollars. So he is now, this is not happening immediately, but he is directing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to prepare proposals for consideration of crypto as an asset for reserves in their respective single-family mortgage loan risk assessments. So that means that your crypto can back your mortgages. Now, this is an interesting play because there is actually a startup company called Milo, which already does this, and it's been slowly moving into the mortgage market in that way. Some people buy and sell in crypto on their own, but for Fannie and Freddie to use crypto as a backstop for their mortgages, that's going to be interesting going forward. We know how volatile crypto can be.
No doubt, big debate around that too, and we'll continue to have it. Diana, thank you.
Wow. Okay. Now, something else that I wanted to show you all, and this is for my XRP Ledger, ecosystem builders out there and people that just love the XRP Ledger. We have a new upgraded version, 2.5. So XRP Ledger version 2.5 is out now. And I wanted to go over some of the bug fixes and added new features to this ecosystem. There's a lot of changes happening, right? And if you take a look, I want y'all to pay attention to what laws are passing right now, how the institutions are moving, how XRP is still not out of this crazy lawsuit somehow, but they're still running the freaking crypto space, right? Still up so much percentage on XRP. It's crazy, right? And guess what, y'all? They're still building. So what did we say? While we wait, what do we do, y'all? While we wait, what do we do? While we wait, we build. While we wait, we build, right? While we wait, we build. This has nothing to do with crypto. This has nothing to do with buying. This has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with business ownership. This has everything to do with a lot of y'all really not taking full advantage of this opportunity. And a lot of y'all gonna miss out on a lot of lifetime opportunity changes. A lot of stuff you're gonna miss out on because you're too damn lazy to just learn how to actually create a smart contract. You're too damn lazy to just go to a local crypto event in your city and make some connections with people that know how to do it. You're too lazy to learn how to leverage AI so that you can build a website. Learn how to leverage AI so you can build an app. Learn how to leverage AI so that you can provide something of value, because this is the internet of value. And if you think that you're going to get rich without providing value, we are moving into the internet of value, family. How do you think you're going to get rich? You have to bring value. This is not the internet of jobs. This is not the internet of career. This is the internet of value. What value do you bring to the marketplace? Jim Rohn said that value, right? It's all about how much value you bring to the marketplace. If you want to make more money, bring more value. That's your problem. And I'm talking to somebody right now. That's your problem. You want to know why you broke, busted, and disgusted? You broke, busted, disgusted. The reason why is because you are not creating. You are not creating things. You need to create something. Don't got to be in crypto, but I would recommend this industry. I recommend it. So while we wait, we build. Why do we build? Because they're building. XRP Ledger's still building. So here we go, y'all. If you run an XRP Ledger server, upgrade the version 2.5 as soon as possible. Additionally, new amendments are now open for voting according to the XRP Ledger's amendment process, which enables protocol changes following 2 weeks of more than 80% support from trusted validators. Okay, so what are going to be the things that are changing? Here goes the amendments. Token escrow, right? Enhances escrow functionality by enabling escrows to interact with trust line-based tokens and multiple purpose tokens. So token escrow, we know escrow is extremely important. Batch adds the ability to group multiple transactions and execute them automatically, improving efficiency and enabling complex multi-step operations. Okay, a permission DEX and a permission delegation. Okay, these are two of them as well, right? The permission DEX adds permission decentralized exchanges that control who can participate, ensuring compliance with financial regulations. Look at that, y'all. Permissions delegation enables account holders to delegate specific permissions to other accounts for flexible account management and automation. Really big, right? AMMs, look at this, y'all. Adds invariant checking to AMM related transactions. So we're still building on the automated market makers. Enforce NFT token trust line, fixes issues with NFT interactions, bypassing the trust line authorization requirement. And the last one is pay chance cancel after. What is this? Fixes an issue that made it possible to create a payment channel when cancel after is in the past. So this right here is also something for, obviously devs. Now here's some new features. Increase network IO capacity to handle higher transaction loads. We're getting ready to onboard banks. They need higher transaction loads. Enhance transaction relay logic. Added XRPL commons as a new bootstrap cluster in the rippled configuration. Improved how the simulate method handles transactions submitted from a multi-signing account. So we're talking about now multi-sig keys. Very important for businesses. Updated code reviewers for RPC changes. And then here's some bug fixes, right? Here goes some bug fixes. Look at that, y'all. Whole lot of fixes. That's what we want to see. Whole lot of fixes. And then other improvements. A lot of this stuff is dealing with coding and things like that. So a whole lot of fixes and things like that, y'all. And look at this. And these are the credits. These are all the developers and people who contributed to this particular amendment change, okay? And this upgrade to the XRP ledger. So I just wanted to share that at the end with you all because it's important to see these things because we are heavily invested into XRP. We know that. Some of you all, you hold a lot of XRP, and I want you to keep the faith and understand that you are invested into something that is always changing. They're always voting on something to better and improve the network. So that's all I got. That's my time. Yeah, I want to say thank you all so much for tapping in and tuning in. If y'all have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to raise your hands. Feel free to raise your hands. And also, y'all, I don't know if y'all knew, but I am an author. I have 2 books. My first book was The Secret of Crypto and Money. My second book is actually the shirt that I have on. It's called Mo Crypto, Mo Problems. So, if y'all have not gotten that book before, I want to just, do y'all, I want to do y'all one real quick. I want to look out and I want to drop something special for everybody real quick. So give me 2 seconds. And I'm just doing this while I'm waiting on people to raise their hands up. If there's anybody that has anything that they want to say about today's call or anything that they felt was interesting or that kind of caught their attention, y'all already know this is our Q&A time. But before y'all leave, I wanted to just share something with y'all. If you are interested, I would love for y'all to join my crypto book club. Would love for y'all to join the crypto book club. So what I'm gonna do is give me 2 seconds, and I just wanted to I wanted to drop this in there for y'all. So if y'all join my book club, you get a buy one, get one. You get a buy one, get one on all my books. I just dropped it. I just dropped the link to that inside of our YouTube channel. So YouTube, go support us, man. Go support us. And then lastly, but certainly not least, I'll drop my book club link here for everybody here on Zoom as well. So, if you've been looking for any like nice books or whatever, books to just read in the space, I've written two, and I'm giving you all, instead of it being $100 for both books, you get a buy one, get one free. So you're paying pretty much half of the price, but you get both of the books to just go back, read, make sure you go through these things. So there's the link right there. So if anybody does want any books, you can get both of my ebooks, and they are ebooks, okay, just being transparent, but they are ebooks. Eventually I will be printing these books, but got a lot of other things on our plate. But I don't see anybody who raised their hand. It's perfectly okay. I just want to say thank you all so much. Hopefully, if you have not checked out my books, you all will at least go and support me. I am an author. I'm a growing author. I will be writing another book here soon as well. But hopefully you all will go and support that book. Go grab you a copy or both copies, and let me know what you think. You can leave reviews on Gumroad as well for those books. So please, if you do read them or you have read them, please leave a review for the book and just let us know if the book was helpful or not. So with that being said, y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you all so much for being the best part of our show, Coffee and Crypto. And before y'all leave, before y'all get out of here, I just want to leave y'all with a gift from me to y'all. I'm going to play y'all my single, my latest single for Coffee and Crypto. I'm going to go ahead and play my latest single for y'all right now. I hope y'all enjoy, and y'all can let this song take y'all out of here. Crypto coins and coffee to fuel the flame. Skin glow, it's the future we hold. Membership locked like NFTs and gold. Sip slow, watch the blockchain flow. Every bird's a vibe, let the energy grow. Not just means we're moving slow. Coffee and crypto, we find it. Coffee and crypto, sip is so smooth. Changing the world with every move. No cash, no parts, just digital vibe. Welcome to the future where we fly. I take my work to the crypto charts. Innovation brewing from the heart. The grind is bold, the taste is free. Coffee and crypto is destiny. I take art to the crypto charts. Innovation brewing from the heart. The grind is bold, the taste is free. Coffee and crypto is destiny. Sip is slow, watch the blockchain flow. Every bruise a vibe, let the energy grow. We're not just beats, we're movement too. Coffee and crypto, redefining the brew. Coffee and crypto, it's so smooth. Changing the world with every move. No cash, no parts, just digital vibe. Welcome to the future where we find.
To the crypto charts, take your passion brewing right from the heart. The grind is bold, the taste is free. Coffee and crypto, it's destiny. Coffee and crypto, it's so smooth. Changing the world with free move. No cash, no cards, just digital vibe. Welcome to the future.